Okay. Good afternoon. Now let's start our talk show episode 97. The only thing that stand between you and your dream is the will to try and believe that is actually possible. It's a beautiful quote quoted by Joel Brown. For with this quote, I would like to bring our talk show name Conversation with Consultant with episode 97 of our guest talk series. Good afternoon, everyone. I am Rima Kumari, ECR coordinator of SKANG, and I am your host for today's talk show. Before I begin our talk show, let me briefly introduce SK Associates and Group. We are an ISO certified management consulting firm registered under the MSMED Act 2006 with the Government of India. Our, our mission is to provide consulting service to student entrepreneurs globally, covering areas such as compliance, operations, marketing, research and development, human capital, strategic, and operations. Our passion lies in helping these budding entrepreneurs bringing their dreams to life and contribute to global economics growth. Entrepreneurship is a catalyst for change and innovation. It's a powerful force that can reshape industries, transform lives, and make the world a better place. We are committed to supporting student entrepreneurs on their journey, equipping them with the tools, knowledge, and network they need to succeed. Now, before I begin our show, let's take a moment to introduce our guest for today. Give us immense pleasure to welcome Dr. Anita Prasad, CEO of Vistarik Robotics Private Limited and President of Anita Humanitarian Foundation to this special event. We are truly honored by your presence and we are delighted to have you here in this talk show to share with insight with
Thank
us.
you, Maji. Yeah.
We would like to start this interview with our first question for you. What's the biggest lesson you have learned as an entrepreneur?
The biggest lesson as an entrepreneur is keep on working, keep on innovating, keep on, giving your better to the world the very next day. Otherwise, you are not an entrepreneur at all. That's important.
Nice. Moving with the next question. How do you stay motivated during tough times?
How do I stay motivated is you dream of something, keep chasing it. If you stop chasing it, it is not going to be helping out. There are a lot of diversions, there are a lot of problems, a lot of issues that could be your personal, it could be your governmental, it could be your family, it could be any other way from the society. But has anyone been responsible in terms of giving you that kind of a benefit back because you succumb to something? No, you're seen as somebody else if you fail. So keep yourself moving. That is the only word. Or when you have a huge amount of wealth, then it is a different story. But you need to keep moving.
Yeah, great. Your next question is what's your secret to build a successful startup?
Yeah, successful startup. See, in India, it is very important. We all are very good just after pre university or our graduation. We prepare for the race of becoming the good Indian administrators. Normally, that is the kind of mentality. And or your parents are telling you to become a doctor or an engineer, and there is a big race also for that. Not too many can achieve that. There are several ups and downs that are happening. And for those who achieve and move forward, there is a big advantage. Let's say, for example, if they would like to innovate, they have read something extraordinary. They want to be in the forefront in the running team and they want to achieve something and they want to bring their products into the market, which is very important. When they are considering and trying to come to those kind of angle, it's very, very important for them. in order to, let's say, become the first, firstly a manager. They should be a good manager. Then they should be a leader. If you do not have that kind of a leadership quality, you do not learn this, and you also don't have the kind of communication, for example, to try to connect to some people, even effectively communicate, achieve something, and be there on the ground, then all these are going to be a failures. But if all these failures are there, we have seen many have flourished in India. Babaji ki kripa. So there is nothing more than this. So basically, one has to be much more stronger in order to give their presence, to learn, and to move ahead. And a good leader or that particular leadership has to be brought in place. Eventually, even if not one is ready with that, because business to business is different. As I said, you need to continuously keep working, continuously keep learning. That is what your success. Because this is also a very important step. Just after that, this is the way you need to move forward. Unless until you do this, it's not of any use. And definitely, this requires a big attention to any Indian who is actually starting this and trying to learn and participate and learn and be there, be on the outside, connect, network. These are some of the mantras that they need to follow.
It sounds good. Um,
Yeah.
Moving with the next question, how do you balance risks and innovation?
Risk and innovation. Without risk, there is no innovation. So I need to ideate. I need to say, okay, this is going to work. And I may debate using any of the artificial intelligence which is available today, the technologies. I may sit and ideate into next level. And once my ideas are okay, because when you come onto the ground, that could be a different story altogether. So that is definitely a risk that I see. And when you come with that particular product into the market, again, are you going to be a success story or you're going to be, a flop? Are you too early in the market or you're too late in the market? Or you're in the crowded market? Everything differs. Everything matters. When you are trying to have so many things in the place, then your let's say the presentation or product is going to be challenged in various levels, even the innovation. And moment I utter one innovation in the market today, you know that it's the next minute it is done, because there is someone else who is going to work on something more better. So am I in that particular product development leap? That is very, very important. Or it could even be service. It could be anything. Someone is working on a product or a project, or it could be service. It could be anything. Today, this is the matter that one has to stand and one has to be in the forefront. And even this is a very important topic for one who is investing money as a capital. This becomes a huge risk for them, because I may say that, okay, Anita is great today, for example. I have a big value, I am a brand, which I may not be, right? So people are going to invest money on me, and tomorrow I may flunk. Very badly, I may flunk. So are we in a position to move forward? How do we do it, and what is the return that the investors are going to get out of this? That's a very important topic. And how do we arrest this is also very, very important. So someone need to work something more beyond in order to make this a success story. So that's where I would like to leave this message to you, because it doesn't just on the surface level, as you just pointed out, the risk and the innovation. It has a lot of depth into it.
Great. Your next question is, what's the key to scaling a business?
Key to scaling a business, again, you need to have a fantastic product. When you have done your homework, when you are on the ground, when you have really worked out those topics very, very well, and let's say the success story begins somewhere with few, and then your expansion, and then your reach, and then mostly connectivity to the customer. Unless you are doing all these things together in a proper way, coordinated manner, you're not going to be winning this game. So you need to be really, really on your toes in order to get to the customer, connect to them, try to know them, and try to sell your product or service or project or solution or I don't know, whatever that one is into, right? So this is a very important initiative. The customer may have their own challenges. It doesn't mean that we have to sit to, address their challenges in order to secure this particular deal also. Because one has to be very clear. Okay, I may be selling one, computer product today, and this is going to be my job, computer product, and that's it. But I'm not going to tell the customer how you're going to get money for buying this computer product, right? So as good as this, so we need to limit ourselves in order to make sure that the productivity is there, the customer satisfaction in terms of our kind of product, and the reach. Again, as I said, that's very, very important. And retention is very important. So assuming that tomorrow you sell a product, your customer don't come back or don't refer, or deliberately you go and literally, this happens. For example, I've seen the large car manufacturers. You leave them for the services, because I don't want to take their name. You leave the car for service. Next minute, they're going to call you and then say, "Ma'am, we have serviced your car. How is your car doing? Please give us 9 or 10 rating, ma'am. Don't reduce this rating. Otherwise we don't get it." Then likely to visit that particular showroom or service center is again 9 or 10. If you go below, then there is a different rating to those people, and they have some cutoff points. So they insist and push everybody, please do so. And this is another, probably I may be like, I would like to give one, but why should I give a 10? This is the situation that our Indian market is currently working on. So the reason why I'm trying to tell you is how we are building our service product and how much we are connected. Because do you do this when you buy a Mercedes Benz car? No, you don't. Normally not, because that's known for it, and immediately there will be a lot of activities that are happening, because that is the kind of connectivity that one gives you back, and also the quality product. And that is the reason why there is a definitely a different quality and different brand, different positioning, and there are other brands and positioning. So you also need to figure out where you are. I hope I answered you.
Yeah, it's nice. Moving with the next question, how do you handle failure and setback?
Failures are always there. Every minute there is a failure, there is a rejection, there is everything. So setback, you don't care for it. Keep working for your productivity. So is your home electricity bill paid? If you are failured, can they go and listen to you? Or they will just come and remove your power and connectivity or whatever. Any other service provider will not be bothered about you, right? So similar way, you need to work for it. There's no other go. You don't have any excuse. You need to be on your toes, tippy toes, sharpen it, be there. Yeah.
Yeah, great. Your next question is, what's your advice for aspiring entrepreneurs?
Sorry, say that again.
What's your advice for aspiring entrepreneurs?
Aspiring entrepreneurs, yes, you sit and you be out of the box. Don't go into that particular box. Don't be in the crowded market. Even if you are in the crowded market, you need to identify yourself. How am I different? Why a customer should come back to me? And why will I, for example, somebody has a market share of about 20, 30, 40%. How will I attack them? How will I start winning this customer? Right? So everything differs. Everything is a very important game here. So one has to understand the depths of it, go into the depths of it, and then they need to come out with a proper mechanism, idea, and the kind of progress. So this is very important for us.
Okay, nice. Your next question is, how do you build a strong team and culture?
See, you need to clone yourself in your own business to one extent, not to 100%. Of course, no one can come to that level. Why will they become an employee if they clone me? Don't you think so? So I need to be cloning the right set of people into their particular jobs that they have been assigned to. So that requires definitely a lot of energy. Again, that is to be done on a periodical basis because if I assuming that I put my energy on some finance guy or a marketing guy or somebody else in the particular organization, tomorrow what if he leaves and goes? Then there's a big problem. The attrition comes in. Then whatever I trained, my flavors, hey, you should be behaving like this. You should not be behaving like this. You should be selling it in this fashion. You should be facing the customer in this particular fashion, or even the product, or even the technology guy who's selling a technology to the customer, right? In every angle, I need to have my flavor to the customer. Then only it is called a different service provider in the market, isn't it? So I just can't say, okay, this is the same thing, you please buy it. I'm not buying earbuds or something that I can say, okay, tomorrow morning it doesn't work, I'll throw it in the garbage bin and go for something new. Another 1,000 rupees gone. Here you're talking to something different. And that is the difference that will keep you alive, that will keep you rolling. So that is what we need to look at and be there and make sure that the difference is always available to the people and the training is going further below. Otherwise, it is of no use, right? So that flavor, if you, even if you go to manufacturing companies, many places, the manufacturer has their own flavor, even though the same kind of cutting, punching, bending machines are available in most of the places, but the manufacturer has their own flavor. I mean, they have customized. They know. You walk into it, it is walking into their home. So it's typically that, so someone who doesn't know it and they're going into the business, they need to really work their, themselves out, see, meet with people, try and understand how the industry works, sit with some, industrial organizations or the boards that are there like FICCI or whatever. So and under them, there are many other chains like Thai organization and many places. So I think that will help them immensely in order to construct, and I'm sure they will find many good pro bono mentors if they are looking for, and if they're a startup, especially. How do I connect to them, and how do I do this, and what should be the difference? They need to figure these things out.
It sounds good. Um, Moving with the next question, what's the role of mentorship in entrepreneurship?
Mentorship in an entrepreneurship. I don't know. I mean, entrepreneurship is different. Mentorship is different. So if I'm an entrepreneur, then I will take my mentor, somebody, right? Like, for example, if I'm capable, if I'm coming with 30 years of experience, I can be mentoring some good startups and some good people, or even the most experienced who are trying to play around. Maybe I can give them with some sort of different energy. So that is my mentorship. But assuming that I'm an entrepreneur and I want to go run and do everything, and I cannot be a, let's say, a mentor to some other organization because have you achieved so much? That's my first question mark. Because counting you, there are several other families who have come and joined you, and you have a responsibility to fulfill them and also to fulfill you as an organization. And you can't become a serious mentor, especially at this particular point of time. Instead, you need to go and start learning, sharpening your skills, trying to be in some business schools, speak to some people. There are many organizations like this. There are many units in society, they develop and build it. And there are other marketing agencies and marketing institutions or even groups, the self-help groups come up every week once early in the morning. Like, for example, the BNIs. There are several other business groups like this. um, One has to be tuned in many ways before they actually say, okay, I can do something and I can be a part of such initiative. Otherwise it's going to become a very childish and babyish sort of a behavior. One has to look out for, and then they need to grow before they do it. Firstly, look at your own company and the kind of products and the competitive world. The global competition is really at your fears, and the artificial intelligence is much more faster. You are going to be extinct in no time. So in this particular time period, are you in a position to even go and do this kind of mentorship or any social activity or behavior? You need to look for your own self for the saving. That is the situation where we are in.
Yeah. Nice. Your next question is, what's your approach to financial management?
Approach to financial management, of course, everyone has to have this kind of financial discipline, financial, let's say, the right facet to that, an angle, and work out so very well. As I said, finance is not just the one topic, because there are other angles coming into the finance. So you need to first look into those, then look at your finances. And third thing is, where does your finances go out? How does it go out? And where is the particular spend? And what is it that I can do in order to better it, in order to get that better return? I know there are many people who are sitting and then offering many things today. So, in terms of your spend, it's a very important topic. So, you need to be very careful in terms of your spend. So, having said that, your bottom line, the kind of profitabilities, and the society development that you are doing matters the most. So, this is where I would like to leave this information.
Okay. Your next question is, how do you handle stress and burnout?
Stress is always there, 24 bar 7. Burnout will always happen, but you shouldn't let yourself to that particular level. So you need to see to it that you are there on the ground to cut it off and keep moving forward. That will keep you healthy. Stay healthy, work out, burn, and that is what is good for the body, not for your work life. If you bring that working and stress and whatever happens in the gym to the in the workplace, then you are in a most dangerous condition. You'll end up in a hospital very soon. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah, it's great. Um, Moving with the next question, what's your strategic for marketing and growth?
Marketing strategies. You need to figure out, as I said, where are you positioned? Who are your target audience? What is it that you are doing? And how do I generate my leads? Very important. All these becomes your key challenges. And growth comes only with that. If you hit the right people, right target people, and continuous win, as I said earlier in my question and answer. So unless until you do that, you really don't get any of these. So you need to work things around, get that in place right ways, then go to the next phase, which is the most critical topic. Yeah.
Okay. Moving with the next question, how do you build partnerships and collaborations?
See, a lot of people are available in the market. Lot will come and approach you. And especially when you are there, when someone is trying to flourish, when someone is showing off a bit of wealth in the market or knowledge, for example, or anywhere. So you have lot of, even if you keep some sugar on the ground, there are several ants who are interested to come and be around you. That is the regular trend that happens. So keeping this, how will you move forward? That is what will be the matter. So for this, you need to be very clearly moving in a right direction. Ignore, try to be on your path as much as possible, and remain focused. These kind of wealth and the growth stories are a tough situation. Um, but still, like for example, the neighboring company may say, "Hey, this guy got a wonderful order, and this particular person go and approach you. You will get something." Right? Collaborations, a lot of opportunities will come all of a sudden. But are these people capable enough? Do you really need them? That is my question mark. And what sort of business angle are they are in? So, for example, I may be using some sort of agentic AI or whatever the new buzzwords today in the market in order to gain a new customer entry and better my market condition. And these kind of collaborations on a revenue sharing model is worthy. But if you ask me, for example, no, no, please give me the investment, spend this. Let's say it'll cost you about a million Indian rupees. Please spend this, then I will do everything from my side. That is not something what I would like to run with. I will never run with a heavy, bottom line in the kind of business. That is a too risky business. Rather, I would rather build a corporation in this kind of a manner where I would say, let's do it on a win-win model. You get certain percentage. Let's say you would have made about 1 million Indian rupees. If I have this, the product coming out today, and with my product, with your win-win collaboration, you may be earning 2 million Indian rupees instead of 1 million Indian rupees. So why don't we do it in this particular manner? And that goes over a time period. And that is the way to move forward, because this is the model which is a very good win-win success story even in European business models. And that is what many people come and say, okay, you are asking for projects, you are asking for some sort of manpower or whatever, so we are not interested. We work only in this fashion. Are you interested to work like this? So, this definitely, obviously, from the other side, it also takes a skin in the game. So, when there is no skin in the game, how do I trust this? How do I make this an opportunity? But I also need to make sure within my own business model, okay, there is a possibility like this, but keeping this as an opportunity with this kind of a collaboration, will my business see also a dead end? So there is a lot of permutation, combination, and thinking that one has to make because they are in the driver's seat. And this is a challenge for the leader. As I said, these are the leaders that we need to get. We can't just say that okay, हाँ करेंगे ये करेंगे वो करेंगे. It doesn't work. Those days are gone. Today you are in a very highly competitive, extremely fast-paced world. So for this you need to align and you need to be a future-ready leader and be there on the ground.
Yeah, that sounds good. Your next question is, how do you balance work and personal life?
Work is always there whenever it requires, because once you are an entrepreneur, then you are always working. So there is no other stories that you can create. You need to be on the toes, available, be in the business, connect to people. That's important. But family is also important because that is what is your immediate background. So this is a chicken and egg story. So the first thing comes is a family life, then goes is the work life. So if you try to learn and balance these two, then you are in a wonderful condition. Otherwise, you cannot neglect to be a member of your family. And tomorrow, because of your non-availability, your child has not been developed, or they have a serious issue, or they encounter something else. If they flare well, great. That's your luck. But if they don't fare well, then there are certain family related topics. Or, for example, let's say the kind of energy that I have today, I may not have it in next 10 years down the line. Can I? No, I will not be, because that would be around mid 60s. So in the mid 60s, how will I look like? What will be my energy? Can I go around all over the world? Did I ever spend some time? At the deathbed, I will try to understand, and I will get to know that, okay, there is something which I should have done it some years ago. I should have taken my family, I should have spoken to my family, and these are my learnings, these are my efforts. I should have confessed, or I should have done something. These are very important. See, I'll tell you a story, my own story, because I don't take somebody else's. I had a stroke. I was on the hospital ICU bed. At that particular point of time, the doctor is asking questions. Several thoughts are running in the mind. The fear is another side, right? And whatever you want to communicate, you can't even open your mouth at that particular point of time. So life is very short. Why I'm trying to say is, life is extremely short, and business and growth and this and that and venture capital and reporting, borrowing, paying back, all these are wonderful terms, and they are also so criminal in by nature, and they have their own governances today, right? So what is it that we have done so differently, and how we are shaping up is also very important. And not everybody get that kind of lovely life unless the person knows how to balance it, right? And then I've seen many instances. Anyway, I can go on talking. I hope this answers your question. I don't want to make it lengthy.
Yeah, nice. Moving with the next question. What's the role of technology in entrepreneurship?
That has to be your key. Technology needs to be your key. So if the technology is not there, then your entrepreneurship goes for a toss. So you need to be on the tippy toes in order to use that, implement it, explore, create any sort of technology that can get to connect to your customers very fast, retention, or provide information to your customers, not just the loyalty cards and useless things like that. That used to be the case, but asking the mobile number, taking that, there is a lot of new laws and applications are coming up. We got to be very clear and careful of what we are trying to deal with, and what will be the kind of technology that we are talking. Because I've seen many online shoppers, they put in such beautiful products online, and moment you order, you pay for it, somebody will come and deliver to your doorstep. But on the other side, it's such a pathetic product, number one, or they have some other product loaded onto you, and your money is gone, like 2,000, 5,000 rupees gone in a 1 second. And and that kind of a person has already made money, and you can't even reach them. This is the another wonderful scam that is going on, for example. So these kind of things, we need to be very clear. If you loot somebody like this is going to be very bad, because that's a hard earn, and that is the kind of expectation. If I see something, I would have the expectation that this is going to come to me. But if I get some other subject, if I get something else, and I don't trust those people, don't you think so? And then I will always go into some confined applications, and those confined applications need to be, and there is no room for a new service provider, because they have done the wrong thing. The person will not go for it once again. Like, how these venture capitalists say, no, I had invested, I gave money, and those people did this, therefore I will not do it. So once bitten, twice shy. So this is the kind of philosophy that is getting implied in the entire market. And such kind of fraudulent businesses and ideas should also be scrapped, because this is very harmful for others who are building their businesses very seriously, and their businesses will die because of these kind of things. They're not in the right place. And you have seen many women coming out, they want to start the businesses, they give that a lot of energy. And suddenly you see, they're not been doing very well, they have credits on their head, the bank guys are calling, they are not taken that money from the family, all those things are happening, right? And this is the kind of wrongdoing in the society. They have contributed to these kind of they have killed many by doing this. That is what I want to leave with this message with.
Okay, great. Moving with the next question. What's your approach to decision making?
Decision making, great. Um, that is where you need to have the entire end-to-end key data of your organization. If you want to make things in a jiffy, that yes, I'm going to be there. I want to build this quickly as possible and move on. That is very, very important. So you need to have the key organizational data in your fingertips. Um, and also the worldwide market. If you are in that kind of leadership role, you need to anticipate, predict, and have that kind of preventive mindset atmosphere. And decision making takes a lot of angles into one's perception. So if you are able to do those, then you will be able to flourish very well. If you don't do it, then you will not be able to go ahead in your right direction. Right. So that is where it is, and that directly reflects and affects your balance sheets. Next minute. That's what I leave you with.
Okay, nice. Your next question is okay. Your next question is
Hello. I can't hear you. So say that again.
your next question is hello, I'm audible.
Yeah, now you are. Yeah, please. No, now you are not
How
audible to
do
me.
you give back to entrepreneur? Now I'm audible.
Yes, very much. Please go ahead.
Okay. How do you give back to entrepreneur community?
Entrepreneur community, as I said, we are connected in many places, many different directions, and there could be various levels of engagement. So, assuming that today, I'll just give you a perfect example of Nikhil Kamath. You guys follow him? Do you follow Nikhil Kamath, the Zerodha guy?
Yes.
Yeah. So,
Mm-hmm.
I'll just give you some example. See, he's running a podcast and he sits and he converses with people. He discusses and exchange some business ideas with each other, and also discuss it openly in some places, though they are doing the business progress in a different angle and speed. But it is also very important to exchange that particular data in one or the other form with the people across the world, and they invite important people and have a discussion. So, for example, I'm just sharing this as only an example. So, likewise, I may be connected to many other business owners, many other entrepreneurs, maybe in my own business angle as a competitor, or they could be somebody else. But end of the day, everyone are dependent on the kind of profitability, earning. What did I take home today? Did I do a good margin today, or did I put in a bad show as of today? So these are the kind of matters. As I said, ethics are very important. Cannibalism is not the right thing. And ethics are the most important subject where one has to demonstrate, firstly, also as much as the commitment goes, in my opinion, for the family, as you pointed out in the previous question. Similar way, I think there is also something what one has to come with the humanity, and that humanity perspective and the support of the other entrepreneurship. Sarve jana sukhino bhavantu, samasta sanmangalani bhavantu, right? So you need to hold the hand with each other and try to be there with each other, and not to expect, okay, this guy should die. You know, don't curse somebody. You be what you are. You flourish and you also help others. You get the help also, right? And this kind of perfect business is seen in the market. If you go to the world markets, this kind of healthy businesses are seen. They are exchanging, they are working. Even if you go to the vegetable market, you will see somebody is selling carrots and then next door guy is selling brinjal. So they help each other. They may have a QR code, they may not have a QR code. As simple as this, I'm trying to bring that attention that someone need to be a responsible citizen for a better economy also by doing this.
Nice. Your next question is, how would you define yourself as a leader?
As I said, you need to work out so very well in terms of your education systems, in terms of what have you learned, how much have you done better, where is your substance, and keeping that substance, how much of enhancement of my knowledge has taken place. Keeping that knowledge, what am I aware about the society, and where do I reach the society? End of the day, you are going back to the society. Whatever you are doing, you are going back to the society, asking it and asking their help, bringing them as a customer. So all these are the checkpoints. So it's a very, let's say the flight has to be taken off. Before the flight, you need to have a big checklist as an entrepreneur, as a leader. So these leadership qualities need to be there, and be aware of your surrounding. Be aware of the world itself. Then you can be a better leader, and stay focused, stay calm, attend to what it is. Today you may get some success. Tomorrow that success you may not get, but you should be ready for the rainy days. That's the message.
Great. This is the last question for today's session. You need to break the rules if you want to success. Do you agree with this statement?
Break the rules. Yeah, I mean, like many are trying to break those rules in government also today. Right. So, and businesses, yes. You have seen the big guy in America has also broken the rules. So like that, many people do it, and for others, they get into the criticism. No, that was not the necessary topic. If I want to be a Gandhiji, Gandhiji is Gandhiji, right? Donald Trump is Donald Trump. Do you see the kind of difference? So now you need to choose who is your inspiration, or be Swami Vivekananda, or it could be somebody else, or I may have some fantastic person in India itself who are an entrepreneur, who are doing phenomenal job, right? So I can take them as an example, or I can take them as my also the example for rule breaking. There are several people like that, and in our Indian system, we come with such kind of ideology at the back, and we are so embedded in our own thought processes. Rule breaking is really necessary. Bribing them is really necessary, and going through that and taking a priority on everything is also very important and necessary. So keeping all these things at the background, we need to make sure that, okay, are we living ethically? Is this a ethical living, or is this some sort of a animalistic behavior, or I don't care what my country is going to do or doing, I will do what I need to do because I want to be hook or crook successful story. That is the kind of attitude, right? So today, I'll tell you, these people, I also get very irritated with that. The Bharat business, you know that what is happening today. Everything is Bharat centric. It's made in India, made in that, made in this, and this is something terrible. You are actually killing each other. Are you building that kind of a business and business model in India to be a successful story? And how are you building it ethically? This is very important. And also maintaining and managing the governance. Like it's typically like the legal jurisprudence. You're figuring out so many things, playing around, and the jurisprudence makes the life a hell. Rule breaking, anything, whatever. This is the way that goes on. But ethical has its own fruits. Jurisprudence has its own fruit, and rule breaking and then becoming a victim has its own outcome. So therefore, one has to decide how am I going to do it, and what sort of angle I would like to do. And am I building a legacy, or I just want to be there, finish off, run away from this particular nation? I will be some elsewhere on this particular planet. I don't care about my motherland. All these are jargons. You know what I'm talking. So this is very important. People need to understand where am I, what am I trying to do, and am I a first good citizen of this nation? If I'm a good citizen of the nation, how will I behave? If I'm a useless guy, then how will I behave? This is the kind of differentiation that one has to come with.
Yeah, that sounds good. Moving ahead, we would like to express our sincere gratitude to Dr. Anita Prasad for being our guest for today at Conversation with Consultants. Your presence and engagement helped to this event successful. Thank you for providing insights into your exciting journey. Further, we would also like to thank our audience for listening patiently throughout the event. Thank you everyone for joining with us today and hope that everyone gained some knowledge from this event. Looking ahead, we are excited to announce that our next episode, 98, of Conversation with Consultants will be held soon. We hope to see you all there. Thank you and we look forward reconnecting with you again. Do subscribe our YouTube channel and follow us all social media handles to stay connected with us. Goodbye and have a great day ahead. Thank you. Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you so much. Bye bye. Namaste.
Thank you.